Well, it's LCS Finals here in Los Angeles at the LCS Arena. I am joined right now by Meteos for our press conference with all of you. But I'll just be asking the questions, so you don't need to worry about that. Meteos, what are you doing here at the finals?
I am doing a live watch party with Sneaky. We are out in the front lot, and I guess it's going to be broadcast on the screen out there. And they sold tickets, and people will be watching us live.
Yeah.
And it'll be kind of crazy because never done something like that before.
Nice. So this will be you're like the junior cast. Like the real cast is inside, then you and Sneaky.
Yeah. We're like the kids table.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear you guys are doing that. I'm surprised you didn't have a third. In the past, I feel like there were three of you guys, and now there's only two.
No, it's really only just been me and Sneaky from the beginning.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought whenever I saw the announcement, I saw Sneaky and Meteos, and then in my mind I put and then I didn't see anything, and so I was kind of confused.
Oh, were you like trying to join?
Oh,
and Travis Gafford?
I just thought it would be nice,
Oh, maybe we could like my agents could talk to your guys
Sure.
and like maybe work something out in like the far future or something.
Yeah.
But I think for today it's just me and Sneaky.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, I mean, we'll let you know what my rates are. All right, so you guys are doing that. What has it been like basically replacing Mark this year?
On the dive?
Yes. But in other ways too. You've been like on the cast more and all that stuff.
Yeah. It's been fun. It's I've always liked doing things with Riot. Like whenever they invite me out to events, whether like just participating in the LCS in some way, super fun. I always like talking about League, so the dive's kind of like a natural fit. And the idea of doing whether it's like my own podcast or being on another podcast is always something that kind of resonated with me because it's just fun talking about League and doing it with with Kobe and Azael is super fun. So when they first messaged me about the opportunity, I was like, yeah, that sounds great. Like, get me in there.
It's interesting to hear that you like doing podcasts because as I pull up my Twitter DMs here, I see a lot of times in which I have messaged you. So, any interest in doing Hotline League tonight? No response. Hello, we're doing a live Hotline League at Saturday morning at the Grubhub stage, and it would be awesome if you make an appearance. Any interest? And he said, possibly, I'll let you know. Never heard back.
I'm still waiting to see if I'm
so it's just interesting that you say you like doing podcasts.
I've been on Hotline League like 10 times.
Definitely not 10 times.
He messages me while I'm currently on Hotline League saying, hey man, you free for Hotline League again next week? And I'm just like, dude, like...
So you would be down to do Hotline League in the next month or so? Especially since the dive will be on hiatus.
Yeah, possibly, I will let you know.
Okay. You have a very busy schedule these days?
Yeah, I mean it's like back to back events, just going crazy.
What's your next event?
Oh, there's a lot in the works, and a lot of it I can't talk about yet.
Okay. Wow, you can't talk about it. It's coming up very soon. Mm-hmm. That's kind of surprising.
Yeah, it's like deep NDAs, way above your clearance level.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm excited to see all these events that you're at, but hopefully you can make some time to do Hotline League and during.
Absolutely possible.
Yeah. Absolutely possible.
Yeah, I mean it's totally something that could happen.
I like that first word, not the second. All right. Anyway, but doing the dive, what has that dynamic been like? Because what's kind of fun is I've watched some of it, and I feel like you have a very different dynamic with those guys than Mark did, because you are not sort of like the Riot bot that a lot of the casters and analysts have to be. So I don't know, what's it been like for you integrating into that?
I mean, it's been cool. It's been really easy. I know that like on my first episode, I was just kind of like getting a feel for how it was going to be since I've watched some dive, but it's not like I'd seen every episode, and I'm not really trying to just be Mark, right? Because I've got people who've like followed me for a long time, and they like the way that I do things, and so I just want to contribute in some ways. So, like I think initially I was just trying to like figure out how I fit in, how much I should be talking and whatnot. But it's been pretty good since then. It's just talking about League, trying to keep like the vibes good, come up with interesting things to talk about because at the end of the day, like we just want people to enjoy watching it or listening to it, and it's been great. One of the first things that I realized was because, when I'm talking to Sneaky and Doublelift about things, it's like, I'm definitely...
Sneaky and who?
Doublelift, he's like one of our friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like he used to be someone's roommate or whatever.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and I don't know, they just meme me every time I try talking about something. Like,
Yeah.
like if I ever try to have like a real league conversation, it just turns into like, how can we like take shots at Meteos? Which are like, I don't care. Like I'm into banter, it's fun.
Yeah.
But like when I first started doing the dive, I was like, wow, I can like actually talk about league in a way where I'm not just getting like immediately made fun of afterwards. So that's been a lot of fun. I think just like talking about game theory and type stuff is like, we don't do a ton of that on the dive, but it's just fun. Like, you know, coming up with questions that like kind of make you think about the game. Like one that I always ran by my coaches and stuff when I would like talk to them about league is I'm like, how much do you think a controller would have to cost to the point where it's like not worth buying anymore?
Right.
And just that kind of stuff, you know, like, oh, you know, if the rules of the games were a little different, how would that like actually affect what's going on?
Yeah, little tweaks can make huge changes.
Yeah, and just like, because it basically just like, it's kind of like little mental exercises to get you thinking about the moving parts of the game, because so much of League just like, you repeat it so much, it becomes a routine, and I don't know, I think it's just important to like, you know, keep looking at the game in its entirety, like figure out, you know, okay, this is what people have been doing for so long, but like, why are they doing it? And if there's not a good reason, like, could there be something better you could be doing? So that part is always like really interests me about the game. There's so much depth, and that's just the part that's like kept me interested for so long.
Yeah. So you've really been enjoying doing that. Have you had any? Because as you said, on your co-streams, it's very different. Has there been any moments where you've, I don't know if they've edited or you've accidentally pushed in a direction or something?
No, actually. I've actually...
Like, there's not a moment where Kobe's like, yeah, this is crazy. And you're like, yeah, it would be like pissing in a sink.
No, I feel like for me, it's never been hard for me to kind of have like the switch you flip between, you know, being somewhat professional and just being really casual. Because, you know, on a co-stream, you can kind of say whatever you want. Or if I'm live streaming solo queue or whatever, I'm not being professional. It's not like this is something that is like associated with Riot or whatever. This isn't like, you know, who I am or whatever. It's just it's like bullshitting. And so switching between the modes has never really been super challenging for me. I can keep it professional when I need to. So on the dive, it's more on that side, but you know, it's not hard or anything for me. Like it's kind of nice doing something a little bit more serious every once in a while.
When you cast downstairs in front of the Riot Arena with an audience, how is this going to sound different than the co-streams that you normally do, or will you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be cleaned up a bit. You know, we're not gonna, you know, say things that could offend anyone.
Yeah, I mean, gargling balls or something like that.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna gargle anyone's balls on out there. No, I mean, just keep it fun.
Yeah.
Like it's always different when there's actually a live audience, because I've done casting a little bit, but it's different because, like, you know, you got like the headset on and you're with the other guys up there on the stage, and like there's an audience, but you don't really see them directly. But it's always a little different when there's like actually a crowd here. So we'll see how it goes. I don't think it'll like be too many nerves or anything, but it'll definitely feel different than just like sitting in my room.
I'm pretty sure you're not facing the audience, right? They have it set up so they're behind you.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to think about the fact that they're back there. They're just staring at the back of your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still a different setup. You know, I'm not in my room.
I'm excited. Like, if it starts pouring rain in a couple hours, which is supposed to do, I think it'll just be hilarious if you guys are huddled up in your little tent.
I mean, they got us on a cast.
Yeah.
Or a couch out there that we're going to cast on.
Oh, you are going to be on the couch.
Yeah, we're on the couch.
Gotcha. This makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I don't want to take up too much more of your time because I know you got to go get ready for this thing. But anything that you want to say to any of the fans out there?
You know, thank you to the fans. Thanks for supporting me all the time. I've been doing like lots of different stuff, playing, casting, podcasting, whatnot. But you know, I hope that my passion for the game still comes through in everything I do, and I appreciate everyone who's been sticking with me this whole time.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for the interview. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things LCS right here on my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you want to support content like this, especially when I don't have a sponsor, there's a great number of ways to do so in the link tree in the description below. Doing so makes it so that I can keep making these videos for you and I don't just disappear into history like so many other people in esports before me.